It was a stormy evening in early October, somewhere along a winding countryside road in Oregon. Sheets of rain blurred the windshield, thunder echoed through the trees, and puddles swallowed the path ahead. As the Wilson family slowly made their way home from visiting relatives, their headlights caught something unusual on the edge of the road. Two small, trembling shapes barely visible in the downpour. Pulling over immediately, Sarah Wilson stepped out, umbrella forgotten, and gasped. There, huddled together and shivering from cold and fear, were two newborn fawns. Wet to the bone, legs unsteady, and eyes wide with confusion. There was no mother in sight. Whether she had been scared off, struck by a car, or swept away by the storm, they would never know. Without hesitation, the family gathered the fawns in blankets from the back seat. 9-year-old Lucy held one close, whispering softly, while her younger brother Ben looked on with concern. Back at their farmhouse, the family dried the fawns with towels, warmed them by the fireplace, and fed them warm goat's milk from baby bottles. The first night was uncertain. The smaller fawn, whom Lucy would later name Fern, was weak and barely responsive. But the family stayed up through the night, watching over them. Slowly, warmth returned to their tiny bodies, and with it, hope. In the weeks that followed, the Wilsons adjusted their lives around their unexpected guests. They read everything they could about deer care, consulted local wildlife experts, and built a sheltered pen near the barn for the fawns to roam. The stronger one, eventually named Willow, was the first to stand firmly and explore her surroundings. Fern followed, always a bit more cautious, often trailing behind her sister. Autumn passed. By Thanksgiving, the two were bounding across the backyard like joyful shadows in the golden light. The children would race them, feed them berries, and sometimes nap beside them under the old oak tree. Though raised by humans, the fawns remained unmistakably wild in spirit, alert, nimble, and drawn to the call of the woods beyond the fence. As winter settled in, Willow and Fern grew into graceful young deer. They were affectionate and playful, nudging their caretakers, sneaking into the kitchen when the door was left open, and occasionally wearing scarves that Lucy insisted they needed for the cold. Despite their attachment, the Wilsons knew the day would come when the fawns would return to the forest. They never tried to tame them completely. One early morning in spring, Willow stood by the edge of the trees longer than usual. Her ears flicked at the sounds of the woods. Fern joined her, their silhouettes still and statuesque in the misty dawn. But they didn't leave, not yet. Perhaps they weren't ready. Or perhaps, for now, they were exactly where they were meant to be. For the Wilson family, that stormy October night had brought more than just rain. It had brought Willow and Fern, two fragile lives that had filled their home with wonder, laughter, and love. And although the forest might one day call them back, each moment shared would remain a cherished chapter in their lives.